Hey everybody, Mushbeard here. Let's dive into some Destiny 6. Today, we are going to do what I'm going to call real talk giants. So there has been a lot of posts out there, videos out there, people saying you can do Giants 8 with like unorbed monsters, and you don't even need that much. You can just use these 3-star budget heroes. You can just do this and you can beat it in 10 seconds or 30 seconds or, anywhere in between. They're lying to you. Well, they're kind of lying to you. They're not doing it on purpose, but a lot of those videos and stuff, they're talking about they're using paper cur. So, paper cur is so unbelievably good for the stuff, for giants. They don't even realize it because they're not doing it without them, and they're just theory crafting about the other stuff. Now, there is a good one out there. I believe is it Metacom that does it with the Tianjin, Ignis, and Rock Natalia. Now, not everyone's going to have Rock Natalia, but she isn't paper cur, so that one is much more impressive. But we're going to take a look here. We're going to do Giants 5. Giants 5. As you can see, that's where I start. I don't have 3 stars, because that's what those other videos show you. They already have 3 stars, which is a huge help for doing things. But we're going to talk. We don't even have to go up Giants 8. We're going to try their strategies on Giants 5, because the good thing about Bleed is that it should work on any level. So 5, 6, 7, 8, Bleed comp should work for any of them, because it's based on the Giants' HP is where the damage gets done, and not about what your monsters are actually doing. And that's what they're trying to tell you, is that even with these 3-star monsters at 5-star with like no orbs on, you can kill the giant really fast. You can't. Trust me. I have tried and tried and tried with different comps. I don't have a paper cur. I've tried with the Tianjin Ignis. I pulled a paper Helga yesterday. I tried to replace Tianjin with paper Helga just to see. Didn't get any better. Nope. No, it didn't. You may be wondering, is paper cur really that strong? Yes. He is a bleeder, and that's what they want you to focus on. He's a bleeder. So if you just replace him with any other bleeder, this comp will work. No, it won't. Paper cur is not only a bleeder, he is a stunner. He is a double stunner. He has 2 stuns, and that is the key to them killing so fast. Because what happens when you put your debuffs up? So you put your bleeds up. If you use Ignis, then you put your burn, and you use his debuff extension, and then it would take away, and you would just kill the giant. What happens though? What happens if the giant isn't stunned the whole time? Because in their videos, the giant's stunned, and he just sits there, and he doesn't attack, and they just stand still and hit him and hit him and hit him, and right before he's about to die, he comes out of stun, and then he dies. And that's great, and that's why that works. Because if he's not stunned, he does 3 things. Oh, he does 2 major things. 1, he will cast his self-shield. So there will come a point where his HP starts to drop. If he's not stunned, he will cast his damage reflection shield. And that's a problem, A, because you can't just stand and hit him. And B, because when he casts that shield, it wipes all his debuffs. So your extended debuffs that are going on extra long do nothing, because they get wiped out. It's not like they continue to tick through his shield and are damaging him while you're running around trying to dodge everything. No. He cleanses himself of all debuffs. So, whoop, they're all gone. So you might be at half his health, and all your debuffs are gone. Now you gotta run around and avoid all of his attacks. But not only are you avoiding all of his attacks, because you dropped his HP so much at once, you have to avoid all of the adds that he summons. So we're going to take a look here. I'm going to show you a team. So we'll start with Paper Helga, because we're going to use an Ignis comp. So we're going to use Ignis, Paper Helga lead, because he is rock. So we want to use Paper lead. My Ignis has decent orbs. We'll show you. My Paper Helga has no orbs, because that's what they're telling me I can do. So he's got orbs, +9. He's got, 2 sets of attack. He's 5-star, 47. He's awakened 5 times. My Paper Helga, she's only awakened once because I just got her and I don't have the materials. And I didn't have the money for a while, really. But people show you they have no orbs. We're going to use Raven as the leader because he increases the debuff duration on people by 10%. And then so we're using Paper Helga, we are going to use Abonia, who is my bleeder right now. She puts down a 6-second bleed that you can extend, but she also, her second attack does damage equal to 8% of the giant's current HP. So it's almost like a 3-second bleed instantly hitting the giant, and that stack she can do that twice. So it kind of makes it more like a 9-second bleed, although some of it's instant, so it's not ticking away. But we'll show you, and then we'll try this when this fails, because I know it's going to. If it doesn't, color me shocked, but I've tried this a bunch of times already. We'll swap in T and Jin, and we can swap out Ignis for Rock Helga, or we can swap out Abonia for Rock Helga. Which you'll see that without being able to stun the giant, he's going to cast a shield and cleanse the debuffs, and that's when I'm screwed. Especially because if you're using these unorbed teams like people are suggesting, you're not going to be able to kill his ads that he summons because you're going to be super squishy and not doing any damage because you didn't orb up and you're only 5-star. So, let's turn our skill off, but we'll buff up. We will drop the attacks here. We'll avoid that. Do this. We'll try. As you can see, I missed the burn. I landed the bleed. And we're going to go here and try to put some damage. We're going to avoid. Oh, and there comes his shield. And he cleansed. And you can see he's a little under half health. And I'm just running for my life to avoid everything. Ah! No. Knocked back is the problem. Which means it's much easier to get hit. Oh no! We got a buff, and I died. I should have drugged my buff away, but you can see the problem. One small mistake, because I'm running around, and I have the same problem. We'll try it again. As you can see, I didn't land a bird from Ignis that time. But I'll show you, maybe we can. But you can see, with only one bleed, this makes this kind of difficult. So we'll try one more with this team, then we'll switch teams. Rock Helga can put more than one bleed on, but she has a much lower chance. So that's usually why I prefer Abonia, because it's 50% chance, which is very high for bleeding things. Let's avoid that. Pop. Move out the way. Do that. We did get the extension. Oh, knockback. So we got all this stuff ticking. As you can see. But we missed the bleed. So we got the burns. We actually missed the bleed. So his health did not go down very fast because without that bleed, I am not doing much damage at all. Go this way. Avoid all this stuff. Oh, there's his. He's getting ready to buff up and put stuff back on him, but there's his shield. Knock back. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. No. As you can see, I'm having trouble avoiding stuff, and I missed one of those. So there's no killing it in 20 seconds or 30 seconds. I mean, it's just not happening. With one bleed, it's not going to happen. So let's try another team, because T and Jin is the budget version of Paper Helga, although not as good because you don't get as much status activation. But let's try it, and we'll use a different bleeder. So we'll use Rock Helga. So those are pretty much the only two bleeders that I have. And then you could say we can try without Ignis. We could try Ebonia and Helga together, where we won't get the extension of the stuff from Ignis, but we might be able to just stack enough bleeds that we could go fast enough. Probably not. I think we'll only try that once or twice. You know, with a low chance, without being able to use both Helgas. Makes it a little more difficult, but let's see here. We will avoid this. And we landed nothing. Oh, there's a bleed, finally. Oh, it's because I used the wrong skill. I did mess up. What we're going to do here is we're going to reduce cooldown. As you can see, he already has his shield up. No, it's Crocus, which is another bleeder, which I have attempted to use at one point, but I could not get him to land his bleeds ever, even though he had a really high chance. So that was frustrating. I did mess up though here when I thought he would burn. The problem is I'm getting hit with burn, and I have no way to heal. Oh, move out the way. Oh no, stage failed. As soon as I stop to try and do anything, I get smacked. Because without orbs, well, actually all three of these people have orbs. They are only 5-star, but they do all have orbs. And this is only on Giants 5. Imagine if all the health of the Giants 8. It takes even longer. And he hits even harder. And yeah, it's, as you can see. So we'll try without Ignis. We'll try Helga and Ebonia and see. I did mess up at the beginning, but you can see it wouldn't have mattered. Why? Because the Giant isn't getting stunned. Stunning the Giant is huge. Because it doesn't allow him to cast ads, doesn't allow him to hit you, you don't have to run around. He can't cast a shield and cleanse. Like, he can't do any of that. Alright. This is on 5, and it's not 3-star, because you can see the only way I've gotten past this before is to revive, and I have plenty of keys. As you can see, I have 4,300. I'm not wasting keys here, trust me. But I just want you guys to see and know all the theory crafting in the world is great until you've actually seen it. Don't believe that everyone can do it. You'd have to have exceptional orbs on a stage you're pretty much already 3-starred. It's just not. So some people even say to wait at the beginning, like let him attack like twice, and then go for this stuff. I landed one. Oh, get out of there. Nope, my Bonnie didn't land at that time. Oh, she didn't cast it. Oh, there we go. Oh, but it was right as he was buffing. Let's run around. Try to avoid everything. It's the knockback that's the problem. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And drop a status resistance. Then we're gonna do this and this. Oh, we got 2. No, I want to do this and this. Try to get some cooldown reduction. Because that's what we need. Look at all the ads that are coming to kill me. As you can see, still 100,000 health. Oh, and I died. That one was closer. But you can see, it ain't happening. It is not happening. This is on Giants 5. Now, if I had a stunner, maybe this would work. But we'll even look at my monster box, and you can see I don't know who else you would use to make this work. If you're running a Tianjin Ignis Bleeder comp with Raven as your striker for the increased debuff duration, if you don't have Kerr or Rock Helga, which hey, props to him, because this really shouldn't even work with Rock Helga, but it does. That ignore defense must do a ton of damage. Like, I can't even do normal comp with this. So if I were to just run a normal comp, like Paper Fran, I would run Fran lead, probably, because we don't really have any debuffs. So we'd use Soho, we'd use the healer. Do we even want to use a healer? I don't even know, because that's just a nuking comp. We use like Tasia, who has shock, which is good for Giants 8, but who else would we use? Chrono? Cooldown reduction? Let's just try a normal comp, like an actual just comp we would hit stuff with. A full paper comp. And my Paper Fran, her nuking skill is max skilled. I think she's at level 3 with her second skill. Like, she's pretty well up there. This still isn't going to work. This is where Rock June is way better than Paper Fran, because he can stack he has the amplified skill on his nuke, so if you let it go all the way up, he could just pretty much one-shot the boss, where Paper Fran cannot. I can hit really hard. Let's put shock up. Oh, I missed that. We're just gonna take the hit. So we've got a heal. We're much tankier, and we've got a heal. But as you can see, the burn. He just crushed me with burn. If I were to be a static comp like that and just try and tank it out and bruise through him, his burn just would crush me. As you can see, it's just fail after fail after fail. So don't believe everything that you see out there, because most of them, if they have a paper current on them, don't try to emulate it with what they have, because you can't. You cannot replace his bleeds plus stuns that he provides. It's just insane to think so. I've showed you even on Giants 5, we cannot use those comps. Now, I know there are compositions out, or not compositions, so you can look, because each giant has a weakness, and we'll go ahead and look at this one. I believe level 5 is blind, which my Rock Luna is not. But if you go to helpful tip down here, on each giant, it will tell you what they're weak to. So the 5th floor, he's weak to blind. And of course, it has no break timing, so you don't have to worry about that. But I believe, it doesn't specify exactly, but I believe while the debuff that they're weak to is on them, they take increased damage. So if we were to blind him, then while he's blinded, we would be doing more damage. So, because I don't have blind, and Luna's blind is on crit, I think this one's poison. Yep, poison. Okay, we do have poison. I have poison. I have Rock Carlota. She's only 5-star, but she does have poison. So if we do more damage while he's poisoned, we should be able to nuke pretty hard with Paper Fran, right? While it's poisoned, just boom, blow him up. Actually, we're gonna do this. We're gonna bring a Bleeder too. That's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna no use T-Engine. Actually, let's do this. And Raven. We'll try it without a healer. We're going to try and put the poison on, then put the bleed and the nuke up, and see if this will work. See if we can even use the recommended debuff strategy from the helpful tip to do. This is Giant 6. I did go up one because I didn't have blind to do Giants 5, but I do have poison to do Giant 6. And Giant 7 is burn, and Giants 8 is shock. Respectively, I have tried the burn comps on 7. Didn't work, although burn is based on your own attack, so probably why, because my runes and stuff, my orbs and stuff were not the best. Alright, we're going to go up here, buff up status. There's poison, he's bleeding. He did get the charge. Oh, is this going to work with the burn? Or with the poison? As long as he doesn't... I've got another nuke here. 6,900, but... Then we come to the point where all the stuff wears off. Because he cleanses it. We did interrupt him, but... As you can see, my health is dropping quickly, and I got knocked back, and then I got killed. So I came closer. Doing it that way with the bleed and the poison that was recommended. But as you can see, still didn't work. So let's try one more. Let's try to nuke with Paper Fran in there. So we're going to drop the poison and the bleed, and then we're going to try Paper Fran. Although the problem is, Paper Fran benefits from buffs. She does more damage when she's buffed. She can buff herself. So she get 2 buffs, but that's not max damage, but we'll just try it real quick. So we will go Fran. And we'll use the engine down here to try and get the activation status up a little bit. Not worry about the debuff duration, just make sure we land the debuffs. This is our last attempt here. As you can see, Giants 5 and now 6. None of these things are working, even though they should be, based on a whole bunch of other stuff you've probably seen, and then you're struggling to do it and banging your head and saying, why isn't this working? It works for other people. No, if you don't have Paper Cur, it's going to be much harder. Not that it can't be done, but you can see, even with some stuff, it's very difficult. Even with 3-star percentage orbs at +9, it's not easy. He's coming in here. We're gonna go this way. Well, I did land that, but oh! Did get interrupted. She hit for 40k. You can see, but now look. Boom, cleansed. Cleansed it right away. Ooh, avoid that. And avoid all that. Don't get hit. Uh-oh. I might stand a chance here. We're gonna come up here, we're gonna drop poison and bleed. And we're gonna nuke. Oh, I got hit. No, I got hit right in the middle of my nuke. It interrupted me. No. I wouldn't have killed anyway at that point, but I'd have been a lot closer. But as you can see, this screen, all too common when trying to do these recommended theory crafting for killing giants. Tianjin, Ignis, if you're going to use them, they need really good stuff. You would likely to have a Paper Cur. It can be done with Rock and Talia. There's that one video, I believe it's Metacalm. Props to him, because I can even do it with someone similar to that. So that does pose a problem, because Rock and Talia does not have a stun. It does have a break. I don't know if it's an interrupt break or not. I'd have to look, since I don't have her. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it is, and that's how he's able to do it. But it's just frustrating. So I'm still working on comps that will get through this stuff, whether they're budget or not. Pulling a Paper helps me, but as you saw, even with her, I still don't have the damage to do Giants 5. So I have to work on probably getting a stunner or working on interrupters in between and seeing how that goes. But yeah, that is it for this episode of Real Talk about Giants. This is Mushbeard. I am out.